So today's day 24 and 25. And for the past week or so, what I've been doing is I've been consistent, okay? Consistent with my work. So what do I mean by consistency? Basically, I'm just doing small things, small things every day. So whether this is learning a new language and practicing, watching videos, and also with work and whatnot. So what helps me is like with Google Calendar, Google Calendar, or like write it down, to-do list, right? To-do list. So what has helped me is when I write down these Google Calendar to-do list, and I just like write down a few things I need to get done. For example, I don't know, make one landing page and then one blog post, etc. Now, this may not seem much, and each of these tasks maybe take 10 to, I don't know, around 30 minutes to complete. Now, before I used to write like, oh, I want to complete five blog posts, blah 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 blah. But what I noticed is when you're writing to-do list and Google Calendar, blah 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 blah, the thing is when you tell yourself five blog posts, it's too overwhelming. So instead, what I decided to do is, okay, maybe not five blog posts. Okay, maybe then just one blog post, right? Just one blog post. And then add one landing page. And then do 10 push-ups, etc. So when you break it down, when you give yourself like every day, to-do list for you every day, when you break it down, it becomes so much more easier. It's nice to have this motivation. And because it's such a short task, like as I said, just 10 to 30 minutes, okay? You don't want anything more than that. So 10 to 30 minutes, and then when you're done, just cross it off. So break it down to increments, small increments, which helps with staying motivated. And when you cross it down, it also helps. And also, consistency. What I'm noticing with consistency is that with fitness, with work, online, whatever, whatever. Just assuming you spend 10 to 30 minutes, okay? Now, if you're more dedicated, maybe 40 to 60 minutes. But you can break it down during the day. For example, with fitness, you can just do push-ups for 10 minutes and then do squats for 10 minutes and then maybe bicep and tricep curls for 10-20 minutes and then maybe a bit of walking outside for 10 minutes. So that's like 40 minutes of fitness per day. And you don't necessarily need to have this. Now, I myself have a very limited time in the day as well. Basically, I'm working and then have to take care of all these things, whatever. So I am very specific about how I spend my time and also what I'm wasting my time on. So in this specific case, I'm spending 10 minutes with specific work and whatnot. Now with work, it's like 2 hours. I work 1 to 2 hours, and I try not to sit for too long and take a bit of breaks. But as I said, when I'm working, I'm breaking down my work. Okay, so as I said, I am working with clients for my previous videos. If you know, I work with a few clients, maybe 2 hours per day, and then at least I give myself at least one or so hour on my own projects, okay? My own passive projects, which helps with, so assuming you do this, let's say you work 5 times per week, you spent with your fitness, you spent 200 minutes. That's 3 hours per week, which is more than enough to build muscle, to be in good shape, and have a healthy body. 200 minutes per day. Now imagine 200 minutes per week, right? 200 minutes per week. Imagine 4. So that's 800 minutes, which is 120 something hours per month. All right? Times that by 12. And that's 1,200 hours per year. Now, if you spend 120 hours per year in fitness, then you would be considered more intermediate. Okay, you can be intermediate in one after 1 year in fitness, you could be intermediate level. So imagine that. Imagine spending just 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes per day and achieving great results. Now, let's say you have an e-commerce store. In my case, I have an e-commerce store, and I'm adding, I don't know, let's say I write down 5 to small products, and in my case, I have 5 to small products per day, okay, per day, and that is per week. Let's say 35 products per week. Per week, times that by 4, that's 120 products per month. Okay, per month, or like small keywords and this articles or posts and whatever that will help me add traffic to my website. So 120, and 120 times that by 12, this will be 1,440 products or posts. Just the consistency. If you have this consistency, if you keep adding, and if you keep just doing the work, it doesn't have to take a lot of time, maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes, okay? But in my case, I work 1 to 2 hours on my own projects per day. And if you keep doing this, imagine what will happen, okay? Now, I will give you guys, I just recently started a smaller project, which is $45. Currently, it sits at $44 plus $44, and then there was something else, 29. I think there was $29 last few nights. But I'll keep more. I'll start tracking my earnings better, and give you guys a breakdown of what I actually ended up doing for the past week or so. All right, so this is how it's been happening. So small increments. Maybe choose 2 to 3 important goals you want to achieve. Important goals, Now, in my case, I want to be making at least $3,000, profits through e-commerce online, and then also becoming fluent in French, and getting a Canadian passport, citizenship, as I mentioned. So imagine these 3 goals. These are my main 3 goals. Main 3 goals. So how you achieve it, it's up to you, but don't overwhelm yourself, okay? And that's pretty much it. I also wanted to show you with my French. Basically, what's been happening is with my French, look at this. So I have all these things that I'm doing, and it's just small increments every day. Okay, so till next time.